In today's ever-evolving global landscape, understanding the economy isn't just a nice-to-have skill. It's a necessity. The economy isn't just about numbers on a screen or charts in a report. It's a dynamic, living entity that affects everything from the price of your morning coffee to the stability of nations. Just think about it. The choices you make in your career, the purchases you decide on, even the global events that shape our world are all influenced by the ebb and flow of the economy. Yet, it's an area that's often overlooked by today's youth, who are understandably eager to acquire technical skills. But here's the thing, economic knowledge isn't just for economists. It's for everyone. We're all part of this intricate system, whether we're spending, saving, investing, or just trying to make ends meet. So, whether you're a student, a professional, or simply a concerned citizen, getting a grip on the economy is key to navigating the world today. So, what is the economy, and how does it work? It may seem complex, but we can break it down into smaller, digestible sections. The economy, at its core, is a system of producing, distributing, and consuming goods and services. This system isn't limited to your local grocery store or your favorite online shopping platform. It encompasses everything from the money in your pocket to the global trade of billion-dollar corporations. To understand how this system works, let's consider its main players: consumers, companies, and governments. Consumers, that's you and me, drive the economy by purchasing goods and services. When we buy a cup of coffee, a pair of shoes, or a house, we're injecting money into the economy. This demand prompts companies to produce and supply these goods or services. Companies, on the other hand, are the creators and suppliers in the economy. They manufacture goods or provide services to meet consumer demand. In return, they earn profits, which they can use to expand, innovate, and create jobs. Then we have governments. They play a pivotal role in regulating the economy. They set policies and laws that influence how consumers and companies operate. They collect taxes and provide public services. They also have the power to stimulate the economy during downturns by spending more money or lowering interest rates to encourage borrowing and investment. Now let's talk about the flow of money and goods within an economy. When consumers spend money, it goes into the pockets of companies as revenue. Companies then pay employees who in turn become consumers spending on goods and services. This cycle of money, flowing from consumers to businesses and back to consumers, is what keeps an economy ticking. But remember, the economy isn't a perfect circle. It's a complex web of interactions, with countless transactions happening every second. And while we've simplified it for the sake of understanding, it's these intricate details that make the world of economics so fascinating. Understanding these basic elements gives us a solid foundation to delve deeper into the workings of the economy. Trade is a fundamental part of any economy, but what does it entail and how does it affect our everyday lives? Trade, at its core, is the exchange of goods and services between countries. These transactions are classified into two primary categories: import and export. Imports are goods and services purchased from another country, while exports are those sold to other nations. Imagine your morning coffee. The beans might have been grown in Colombia, packaged in Vietnam, and then shipped to your local coffee shop. That's trade in action, bringing you the products you love from all corners of the globe. But how does trade influence the economy? Well, let's start with jobs. When a country exports goods, it often results in job creation. For instance, if a nation is known for its high-quality cheese and exports it globally, it needs workers to produce, package, and distribute the cheese. This boosts employment in the cheese industry. Next, let's talk about prices. Trade can influence the cost of goods. If a country can import certain goods at a lower cost than producing them domestically, it can lower prices for consumers. So if strawberries are cheaper to grow in Mexico than in Canada, Canadians can enjoy affordable strawberries year-round thanks to trade. Trade also affects the availability of goods. Without trade, the range of products available would be restricted to what can be produced locally. Thanks to trade, you can relish Belgian chocolates in New York, wear Italian leather shoes in Tokyo, or drive a German car in Sydney. Finally, let's touch on the concept of trade balance, which is the difference between a country's exports and imports. A positive trade balance, or a trade surplus, can contribute to economic growth. But a negative balance, or a trade deficit, may indicate that a country is spending more on imports than it's earning from exports, which could be a concern. As we can see, trade is a complex interplay of factors that can significantly influence an economy's health and growth. Now let's talk about something we all use every day, but may not fully understand: currency. Currency, the medium of exchange we use to conduct transactions and trade, plays a vital role in the economy. It's like the blood in the economic body, circulating goods and services from one part to another. But how is the value of this currency determined? It's a complex dance between supply and demand. When a country's currency is in high demand, its value increases. Conversely, if there's less demand for the currency, its value decreases. Let's dive deeper. Currency values are influenced by various factors like inflation rates, interest rates, and the country's economic performance. When inflation is low, the value of the currency tends to be high because each unit of currency can purchase more goods and services. High interest rates can attract foreign investors, boosting the demand for the currency and thus increasing its value. Conversely, if a country's economic performance is poor, confidence in its currency may waver, causing its value to decline. Currency fluctuations, or changes in the currency's value, impact the economy significantly. When a currency is strong, imported goods become cheaper, benefiting consumers, but potentially hurting domestic industries that can't compete with the lower prices. When a currency is weak, exports become more competitive internationally, which can stimulate economic growth but make imports more expensive. Trade, too, can affect currency values. When a country exports more than it imports, it creates a demand for its currency, pushing up its value. Conversely, when a country imports more than it exports, it needs to buy more foreign currency to pay for these imports, which can lower the value of its own currency. Currency, like trade, is a critical piece of the economic puzzle. By understanding how currency works within the economy, we can better grasp the intricate dance of economic forces that shape our daily lives. So the next time you hand over a bill or coin, remember the complex web of factors that determine its value.